Something a little different today. I'm going to start off with a quick little clip, and this is only about 3 or 4 minutes long. I'm platooned with a couple of people. I think they're both from, I can't remember who the other person was now. One of them appeared on the screen, but yeah, from Beard Guys clan. I hang around in their Discord quite a lot, and I will every so often platoon with people. Now, as you see from the title of this video, I call it Patience is a Virtue, but so is RNG. Now, the RNG bit probably comes more in the next part of this video, where I'm using, is it the the T-34. Wow, I nearly forgot. A bit dumb. But patience is a virtue is a real point to make with a lot of tanks, and either their guns or passive scouting. So I'm really mixed on this tank. Quite frankly, I hate it so much. Don't know why, just do. Personal preference. This is older footage, as you can tell, and I'm probably going to end up using a load of older footage pre the physics engine, but I'm hopefully going to get some stuff with it as well. But yeah, this tank is very, very good at passive scouting. I don't know if you've seen Sin's video. This is what I used to run on the tank. You know, only the 12 rounds of APCR. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, go watch that video of Sin's where it's called like all the APCR, because that's something else. But you see here, this is the sort of game that if you have on a regular basis, you can grind this tank real easy. And I think you'll be amazed at the end just how quickly I build up spotting damage here. Because you can see, look, we're already, we're heading to 2 minutes in. So what's that, about 1 minute and 40 seconds, and I haven't got a single bit of spotting damage. But yeah, that's going to change real quick, especially if you keep an eye on the fact that the TDs on the side, over in the 9 line, have been moving over a little bit, and they're now slightly starting to come into range. So we've just hit 3 minutes in. So in that 20 seconds, we've got 3 spotted hits. And watch just how close some of these guys get. I know I've not got a particularly great crew on this thing. It's only a 3 or 4 perk crew. But I have got a camo net. I'm in a bush. Now I'm near the front of the bush, which means my camouflage is not at its maximum. There you go, that'll do. Can't English today, apparently. Me English is real bad. So I'm just sat here and just trying to be patient. Just, letting the damage build up. And you'll see, it's building up a bit at a time. And you can see occasionally, I see this guy's going to start to charge up. So I say, right, okay, focus fire him, please. Ping him in chat. Look how close these tanks are getting. And this is one of the reasons why you should see how quickly this guy's evaporating. This sort of stuff is why I prefer the Xbox thing of where the sixth sense is immediate. Just look at all these tanks. Look at how quickly they're melting. So that guy had to get that close. And quite frankly, I should... if I didn't stop there, I could have killed this guy. At least got another shot in. But there, so 19 spotting ribbons, 5 damage, and then that guy's dead. Now let's jump ahead to the end of the game. We went on, we won that game. Really not a long game either. And let's just see just how much spotting did I get. 6,728. All that in less than 2 and a bit minutes. That's just ridiculous. Just shows patience can have its reward. Now, welcome to World Tanks with me, Jack the Ripper, and let's get this thing started properly. So this is a game in my T-34. This originally, it's going to sound almost insulting, I guess. I actually originally gave this to Pointy Head Jedi because I actually had a couple of games like this, and I thought this was a good game. But he said it's not the most interesting game, which I can understand, and I guess you'll see why. Now, before you go, oh well, so what? You're giving us the reject rubbish that someone else wouldn't have? Well, no, I got a C62A game that he could have. But one of the things I always maintain is that at one point I put an epic game out for the sake of it being an epic game, and that was how this channel started. I had good games, I put them on YouTube. I had good games, I told you exactly what's happening in a good game. It's kind of stupid, or at least in my opinion. I can't remember whether it was Fosh or Jedi who I messaged Jingles, Fosh, Jedi, all these kind of, you know, I don't think I messaged Circon. I don't think I had, because no, I don't think he really did YouTube as much at that point. So it was just stream highlights, and so I said, whatever. I messaged them and I got some feedback. I think I got a message from Fosh on PC actually. Sorry, not PC, obviously on a PC, via Twitch, and they basically said, you know, do this, do that. I think at one point Jedi actually, I think, even went back and said, you know, do these things. And I said, look, what do you think of this? This is my first attempt doing these things. He went, right, that's good, but change here. So you sort of have people like Jedi and Fosh to thank for what you have now, assuming you are thankful for that. If you're not happy about that, then you have them to blame. So go with that how you like. And one of the things was, you know, viewers have eyes. They can see what's going on. You don't need to tell them what's going on. You need to, you know, have something either be interesting in the background, or, you know, give them something that they want to hear that's educational sort of thing. Not in like a punter way. I'm not, you know, standing there going 5 for a pound. I'm not sure why I decided to put on a very bad Cockney accent for that. But it's more a case of, I think this kind of shows some real interesting educational points with this game. So you see, this guy uses a hold down position well. Now, that shot there is the proving point of what I kind of hope to get at throughout this game. That guy wasn't going to move until after I shot. It was my shooting at him that made him go, oh crud, and then reverse away. But I didn't let this gun aim. And so this is why I say patience is a virtue, but so is RNG. There will be times where you don't let it aim. So you see, I ain't let that aim. That is a really minute shot to take on that guy, but I hit it. But at the same time, there are going to be shots, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of shots in this game where I don't let it aim, and I still get it shot in. And that's where the RNG is a virtue bit comes in. Because patience is a virtue. It just is on this game. Whether that's with aim times, whether that's with waiting to make the right move. It can be really frustrating when you're sat there and you know if you're watching and you can go around the corner and you can do some damage. But there's a lot of times where if you go around and do that damage, you're probably going to die. And you just have to wait. And waiting is such an annoying thing to do on a game that's about action. You know, all in all, you're in tanks shooting each other. This is not War Thunder. In War Thunder, I fully expect to sit in the same place for about 10 minutes, waiting for 3 tanks to appear in front of me at 1,500 meters, and then me roughly miss the first 2 shots, get in the range, and then kill them with the 3rd shot. That I fully expect on War Thunder. It's just World of Tanks. It's not about that simulator style sort of long play gameplay. No game on this is more than 15 minutes. Most of them probably aren't even longer than 10 minutes. On War Thunder, I've had games that have lasted an hour. You know, I think they've introduced time limits these days, so not as much. But anyway, not talking about War Thunder. So this game, you know, it's designed for balance. I'm aware a lot of the immediate runs is balance. This game, really? Well, if you didn't kind of agree with that, then I'd make the point of, well, go and play the Tiger with the stock 88. Not the Tiger 131 with its improved 88, the other Tiger, because that's the gun that tank actually gets in real life. So, you know, you've got to take everything with a pinch of salt. You know, things like the 46 pattern, you want to go play that with just the 90mm then, because that's the gun that had in real life. So on and so forth. You can only... Don't judge it on the ridiculous cases of how unbalanced certain tanks are. Judge it on... See, now that's another one. RNG. I didn't aim that shot, but I got the kill. I only aimed it a little bit. I should have fully aimed. Didn't fully aim. Still got the pen. And there's a video going up on someone else's channel. I won't announce whose, because I don't know for sure if they're going to use it yet. I hope they do. And there's going to be a couple of examples of not fully aiming, but it working out anyway on that as well. But yeah, what if you watch this? Don't fully aim. RNG. Now, RNG could quite easily have made me miss that shot. Now, admittedly, the way that the allocation thing works is that it's generally clustered around the centre, but it doesn't have to be. You'll see here, again, not letting it aim. So, but I do let it aim a bit. I don't just snap the shot. This tank is so hit and miss when it comes to trying to snap the shot. Now, I'm just amazed that this guy is just completely ignoring me, considering I've now just taken off like 800 health, but whatever. So, you've got to try and wait, you've got to try and aim. But you don't always... Well, I was about to say it doesn't always work out. But there, you see, I did let it aim. I knew the guy was going to back up, but I waited for just long enough to get that shot in. Now this T-29 was in quite a strong position, and he was like, aha, I have the Tier 8 TD coming to help me. That was a really low roll. Again, RNG. RNG meant that that was a very low damaging roll. That's not so much a virtue there. But yeah, this game is surprisingly well balanced, regardless of what people think. In a lot of areas, not in all areas. But I'm hoping that this shows the sort of, you know, you've got to be patient at the right times. You see, I spent quite a while waiting on the other side of that ridge sort of thing before I pushed down, because I wasn't sure what these guys who are now around the corner to me are going to do. See, there's a lot of them here, and if I had pushed early and then they pushed, I would have been dead. There's no way I would have lived through that. There's too many of them. This gun's got too slow of a reload. If they were a team who were going to push, I was going to die. Simple as that. But they didn't push. Now, by them not pushing, after a certain period of time, I knew these guys weren't going to push ever. And so that gave me a real nice kind of confidence, if you like, that I could sit there and push forward that little extra bit and live. Now this is where... See, this is the thing. See what I mean? Exactly what I just said. I knew they weren't going to push. KV3 could have come round. He knows I've just fired. He knows I've got a long reload. There's another tank for me to fire at. All three of those could have come round the corner with the KV-85, but they didn't. And at this point, they're sort of a bit of a giving up. They've given it away that they have no intention of pushing. Now, I was a bit unlucky there. I probably should have. I kind of rushed the shot, having known he could fire at me. But yeah, oh well. I was actually quite hopeful for a pools medal here, because I thought it'd be hilarious, because it'd be one of the cheapest pools medals ever, because I've got 13 pence and 6 kills, which is quite frankly ridiculous. And that is a nice shot. See, aiming for the tracks as well. That's something you should just generally do. But yeah, patience. I'm not pushing round. I am waiting for the right shots. I'm getting, you know, here. That's just unlucky. But I probably should have aimed. I probably should have aimed that a little bit longer. You'll see that I'm already down to just APCR, so I really shouldn't be not penning too many more shots. Unless I shoot the dirt. You see here what I'm doing is I'm trying to not spend too much money, and I want to get damage done. So I'm switching to HE because I can use it to shoot the Scorpion. And you see the Scorpion was actually doing quite a high amount of damage. So KV3 finally decides to try and come round. You'll wonder what I was trying to do there. I was trying to ram him so I could take his tracks off. Unfortunately, that guy was not... This has a slow turret and track traverse, but not that slow. He would have been better off just running straight past me and finding somewhere else. But anyway, the game turned out rather nicely. And you'll see... I think this shows the sort of concept of timing, concept of... You know, waiting can be important, and it is dull, it's boring, you know, and all in all, remember, this is not War Thunder. The scale is completely different. Also, 2200 XP, base XP in a T-34 is kind of nice. I had a 6K game on PC. I wonder what that sort of thing would work out as on this. Yeah, it was a Top Gun as well, so anyway. A lot of the damage I did too was to the lower tiers, so can't say this is some spectacular game, but it is a good game. It was an ace tanker. And it really showed off my point to do with waiting for the right moment. So, hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the battlefield.